Hey guys, it is Christian here, and today is the day I'm finally going to be doing my final Oscar winner predictions. Can't believe we're already at this moment, man. It's crazy. But before I get into this, please like, subscribe, and tell me what you think of this live stream. So, I'm going to see people are going to join. Hopefully, I can't believe we're already here, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I did post on my community posts on my community. Hopefully, we get some people in the chat. But can't believe we're already at this moment, man. This award season went by, I think, slower than most. I mean, because it was very long. This season was super long. Last year's Oscars were March 2nd, I believe. And so, yeah, it's already been over a year since the last Oscars. And tomorrow is going to be this year's Oscars. I think we're on track for a pretty great ceremony. I mean, we're going to have Conan O'Brien hosting for the second year in a row. We're going to have some amazing winners, I guarantee you. And I just can't believe we're already at Oscar winners predictions. This award season has been a lot of fun. I've been very active on this channel a lot during the season, and we've had some amazing movies here. One Battle After Another, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, Secret Agent, Begonia. Like, we have some amazing movies nominated for Best Picture and other Oscars. It was a rocky road. On like social media, a lot of people being very toxic, a lot of controversies, not as crazy as the Amelia Perez stuff, but there's still controversies and people trying to tear down other movies to lift down others when it should really be about celebrating everything, even though it is technically a competition. You know, I'm seeing like One Battle fans trying to tear down Sinners, or Sinners fans trying to tear down One Battle. But again, like, these are both phenomenal movies. We're going to have an amazing Best Picture winner. So, again, I just think we should just get right into this Best Picture. We're going to start with the big category. And the nominees are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Rooms. It's a great lineup this year. There are only really two movies that can do it. Hamnet won the Golden Globe drama, but that's like, no, that's like its only prize, consolation prize, I guess. It's One Battle versus Sinners. It's between those two. And I think one movie definitely has the edge over the other, but we got to talk about both of their advantages. One Battle After Another has just been crushing it all season, man. Won the Golden Globe for comedy, won Critics' Choice, won PGA, it won BAFTA, it won DGA, it won the ACEA Award for comedy, it won WGA for adapted screenplay. It's been sweeping in adapted screenplay, sweeping in director. Sean Penn's looking likely to win, and I won 3 Critics' Choice Awards, won 4 Golden Globes, 6 BAFTAs. It just like does everything it's been needing to do all season. It won the ASC, which I don't think is too correlative with picture, but still a win. The only place where it's really lost to Sinners is SAG, like where it directly lost, because even at WGA and the Eddies, like, they were in different categories. So Sinners does have that SAG Ensemble win. It also has the WGA and Eddie win. People are saying like the SAG WGA combo strong, and people are saying like the film having the Eddie and WGA is important. But again, like, One Battle also has those two, so I'm not sure how important those two wins are in comparison to One Battle. I think the SAG one is interesting. The SAG one is important, I mean. And there seems to be a lot of passion towards Sinners. It has the most nominations in history with 16. And it seems like every time Sinners wins an award, like, the whole room shifts. And it's a huge, like, and it's an extremely positive shift. Like when Viola Davis and Samuel L. Jackson presented at the SAG Awards, Viola Davis presenting Michael B. Jordan and Samuel L. Jackson presenting to Sinners for Ensemble. Like, they were so excited, the whole room lit up in excitement. So it seems like there is like a shift, a hugely positive shift every time Sinners wins an award. And I expect we're probably going to see that with the Oscars. But again, like, I just think it's just the strongest runner-up we've had in recent memory. I don't think it's strong enough to be a winner, but it's definitely like the strongest runner-up we've seen. Both of these movies would win if they weren't competing in the same year. Like, Sinners would have easily won last year, easily, or One Battle. Like, both of these movies would have won if they weren't competing in the same year, I feel like. A lot of people are comparing Sinners to Parasite and Moonlight, um, and those types of races, Coda. It is going to likely win screenplay and an acting prize, like Coda did. But then, like, One Battle's winning those as well. It's going to have director, probably. So I'm just not sure how much that lasts. Also, how much that really means as well. Also, Power of the Dog had way lower audience scores than What Battle does. Moonlight was probably the most shocking Best Picture winner we've had recently. I think the night of the Oscars, most people were tuning in to see La La Land win. Moonlight had that Golden Globe drama, but like that seemed like a secondary prize considering all the stuff that La La Land won. Parasite, I felt the momentum shift. And again, like 1917 didn't have that acting love, wasn't even in contention to win screenplay. It was nominated for screenplay, but it wasn't anywhere close to winning. So again, I feel like all these other movies, even La La Land, like people got tired of it. There was way more like, and there with the anonymous ballots and stuff, people were more tired of La La Land. People have not been getting tired of One Battle After Another. One Battle After Another is also a very timely movie with all this stuff going on with ICE. Like, it has that commentary going for it. And also have Adam Sumner, the producer, who passed away. So it'd be a good moment to honor him and give him that win. Again, I still think Sinners, it could upset, but it wouldn't be something I predict. One Battle has just too much for me going against. One Battle just has too much for me to say it's going to lose. So I do think One Battle After Another is going to win Best Picture. And we'll see if I'm wrong. We'll see if I'm right. But I think it's just the obvious choice. It just has too much for me to say. Like, it just has way too much for me to actually bet against it, you know? I think Sinners could upset, but I just don't think it's too likely. I think it's just a very strong number 2. And all these other movies are just happy to be there. Hamnet beat Sinners at the Globes, but the Globes just didn't like Sinners as much as anyone else did. They loved Hamnet. Yeah, they didn't really love Sinners as much. They only gave it a box office win and a score win, and they didn't nominate Wunmi Mosaku. So they liked it the least out of any of the awards bodies, I feel like. So like Hamnet winning there makes sense, but it's not going to win here. It's One Battle or Sinners, and I think One Battle has the clear edge. So I'm going to go with that. We can move on to Best Director. The nominees are Chloe Zhao, Hamnet, Josh Safdie, Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Joachim Trier, Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler, Sinners. Paul Thomas Anderson's pretty much swept the season. He won Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, DGA, BAFTA. No reason for him to lose the Oscar. I think he's definitely going to win. I should say, though, if Sinners wins Best Picture, I think there's a slight chance Ryan Coogler could upset. Like, kind of like when Bong Joon-ho won for Parasite. I know he tied with Sam Mendes at the Critics' Choice, and he did lead with critics, though. So that's one reason why this comparison isn't, like, as valid, but I think it is a little bit there because I think he won because they love Parasite so much, so they wanted to give him the win. Although Sam Mendes did sweep, he won Golden Globe, tied with Bong Joon-ho at Critics' Choice, and then won DGA and BAFTA. They rarely go against DGA. That was like the first year in a while that they bet it against the DGA. And yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson won DGA. I think the reason why I feel that is I don't really know if there's going to be a split because whatever wins director is also going to have screenplay, and movies that win both picture and director, both director and screenplay win Best Picture. The last film that didn't was Brokeback Mountain when it lost to Crash, but I don't really see why that would happen again. And Paul Thomas Anderson's such a clear frontrunner, so I think he's absolutely winning. But if Sinners wins Best Picture, there's a slim chance for Coogler to upset and become the first Black director to ever win. That would be such a historic moment. It'd be amazing. He'd deserve it. Although that would also be an amazing moment to see Paul Thomas Anderson finally win a director Oscar. Like, whoever wins, like, it's going to be an amazing moment. So, yeah. Best Actress. This one's going to be an easy one. The nominees are Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Renate Reinsve, Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone, Begonia. I did actually see some of these over the week. So I watched Song Sung Blue. I thought it was okay. I thought Kate Hudson's very good in it, but not amazing. It's fine, 6 out of 10, I guess. I did really like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, though. I think Rose Byrne would actually be my personal pick to win. And she won the Golden Globe for comedy, but that's nothing compared to what Jessie Buckley has. She didn't have to compete with Jessie Buckley at the Golden Globes anyway. Jessie Buckley won drama, Golden Globe drama. She also won Critics' Choice, BAFTA, SAG. She's easily winning. This is by far one of the easiest categories to predict in general. She's gonna sweep. She's already swept. Like, it's very obvious that Jessie Buckley is gonna win Best Actress. We don't have to talk about that any further. Best Actor is not locked up. We talked about this one quite a bit. The nominees are Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, and Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. It's a shame that Ethan Hawke has no shot at winning because he's amazing in Blue Moon, but he's easily fifth. No doubting that. Wagner Moura has been doing a good job at campaigning. He's been everywhere all season, at all the big award shows. And although he didn't get a BAFTA or a SAG nomination, he only has that Golden Globe drama win. Again, I just don't think that's enough for him to actually win this. Leonardo DiCaprio, I guess, could win if they really, 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 really love One Battle. But again, he hasn't shown himself. He hasn't won anywhere. Golden Globes loved One Battle. He couldn't even beat Timmy, and they didn't even like Marty Supreme all too much. They only gave that 3 nominations, but Timmy still won over DiCaprio. And at the BAFTAs, none of these people won. Robert Armayo won for I Swear, but again, they loved One Battle, so I think for DiCaprio not to win there is not great. We can speculate all day of who I think was number 2 there. I don't really know. I don't really care because at the end of the day, none of these people were number 1 at BAFTA. It was Robert Armayo who won. So I do think it is going to be either Timothée Chalamet or Michael B. Jordan. Timothée Chalamet won the Golden Globe Comedy and Critics' Choice. Lost BAFTA and SAG, though. Michael B. Jordan won SAG. He's in such a strong movie, the runner-up for Best Picture. It does seem like the type of performance to win SAG and then go on to lose the Oscar, because this is the SAG win is the only big one he has. I think he'd be the first lead actor to win with just SAG. But again, he's the only one with an industry prize. I mean, Timothée Chalamet, if he had the BAFTA, I'd probably predict him kind of similar to the season when Denzel Washington won the SAG for Fences. Then Casey Affleck won the Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, and BAFTA, and then he won the Oscar. So I guess maybe, but even then, Sinners is stronger than Marty Supreme. Also, Marty Supreme, with Timothée Chalamet, there are a lot of his comments. People think he's arrogant. They don't like his ballet and opera comments and all that. There's also the Safdie controversy, which I didn't think was gonna affect him at all. I think it's just his again the ballet and opera stuff. I think came after voting, so I don't think that would impact his chances of winning too much, but I guess that's something. But yeah, I'm going with Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. I think the SAG one's big, and Sinners just keeps gaining momentum. So I do think he is going to win. I guess the runner-up, I'd say, is Timmy. Then I go with DiCaprio, then Moura. I don't actually think Wagner Moura is going to win. I think DiCaprio is just unlikely because he hasn't won a single prize. Again, I don't want to speculate on who was number 2 at BAFTA. I don't want to say, oh, DiCaprio is going to win because he was number 2, or Timothée Chalamet was going to win because they were number 2. The thing that matters is that they weren't number 1. None of these people were number 1. So all these people were nominated at the BAFTAs except for Wagner Moura, but none of them could beat Robert Armayo for I Swear, who's not even nominated at the Oscars. So that matters to me. So I'm not even gonna bother speculating on who could have been number 2 because it just matters that none of them were number 1. But Michael B. Jordan's the only one in industry win, and so I'll just go with him for that reason. And Sinners is just so strong, so I think he'll probably win. Next one's another hard one. Supporting actress. Nominees are Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value, Inga Ibsdottir Lilas, Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan, Weapons, Wumi Mosaku, Sinners, and Teyana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Sentimental value actresses, they're just happy to be there. None of them are gonna win. It's between the three Warner Brothers actresses: Madigan, Masaku, and Taylor. All of them from Warner Brothers movies. That's interesting. Teyana Taylor won the Golden Globe. I thought when she won that, like, she was gonna win the Oscar, and she was gonna not stop there, but she has. Like, she didn't win the BAFTA, she didn't win SAG. Critics' Choice had already happened at that point, but she didn't win there either. I think that's odd that she was just a lone Golden Globe thing. That's interesting. I think there's still a small chance she wins the Oscar because she is a part of the Best Picture frontrunner. But again, like, I just don't think you can justify it with only a Golden Globe. So I think it's either gonna be Masaku or Madigan. Amy Madigan's weaknesses are that she's the only nomination for Weapons. Weapons isn't nominated in any other category. Not screenplay, not casting, not picture. Like, if it was nominated somewhere else, I'd maybe feel better about having her, but she's the only nomination for the movie. The last time someone won, despite being the only nomination for their movie, was Julianne Moore in Still Alice back in 2014. So that would be a long gap. But, like, she does have a lot going for her too. Oh, I should also say she didn't even get the BAFTA nomination. That's another weakness. She couldn't even get nominated there. So, like, the international block of the Academy may not vote for her, but she still has some strengths. Like, she won Critics' Choice and SAG. The SAG one was huge. She was a previous nominee like 40 years ago, and she's the showiest in the category for sure. She plays Gladys. She plays this very transformative villain performance, and she does a lot in the movie. And I kind of feel like her performance has the most passion behind it. Again, I'm not sure whether or not career narratives don't always pan out, but this is like a huge comeback narrative that she also has as well. That's another thing. So, like, the SAG one could be big or maybe not. Let's talk about Wunmi Masaku. She's in the runner-up for Best Picture. If the movie wins, maybe I think she'd win. She does have the BAFTA win. You could either argue it's just because she's British, so they just defaulted to a Brit, but maybe it's just because she's so strong and Sinners is so strong, and that's why she won. I do think it is interesting, though, that both places where all three of these actresses were nominated, Critics' Choice and SAG, Amy Madigan won both. Teyana Taylor won the Golden Globe when Masaku wasn't nominated, and Masaku won the BAFTA when Madigan wasn't nominated. So I think that's interesting. Masaku, like, the thing about her is that it's a very subtle performance. Her performance is less transformative than Madigan's, but the movie's stronger. So I think that's something. Again, if she wins, that may be a sign for things to come, that they're gonna love Sinners. But I do think, like, for now, I'm gonna go with Amy Madigan. Spoiler, I'm going 4 out of 4 with SAG. I think it makes sense for one of the big awards bodies, SAG or BAFTA, to go 4 for 4. That usually happens. In 2019, everyone swept, so both of them were 4 for 4. In 2020, BAFTA was 4 for 4. In 2021, SAG was 4 for 4, and Critics' Choice. In 2022, SAG again 4 for 4. 2023, BAFTA was 4 for 4, and in 2024, last year, BAFTA was 4 for 4. So it goes both BAFTA, SAG, BAFTA, BAFTA. And this year, I'm just going to say it's SAG. Obviously, BAFTA can't go 4 out of 4 because the Best Actor winner wasn't nominated here. They could go 3 for 4, but they're not going to go 4 for 4. And, like, the Globes and Critics' Choice did interesting stuff. And, yeah. I guess if you just want to go 4 for 4 with one award show, I think SAG just makes the most sense. And again, she's the showiest performance. She has the most passion behind her. She has a big comeback narrative. So I'm going to say she wins, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if she lost to either Masaku or Teyana Taylor. If Teyana Taylor won, one battle's just winning, and it's just going to be sewn up this picture. If Wunmi Masaku won, How would I feel about Best Picture? Would I think it's thrown up for Sinners? I don't know. I'd be a little bit up in the air with Best Picture. Like if Taylor wins, I know for sure One Battle is winning. But if Misako wins, I'd be a little bit 50-50. I'd have to see like what happens with other categories. I do think if Sinners wins Best Picture, like that is gonna win more than people think it will. Like that could pick up other prizes in like director, or cinematography, or supporting actress. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think Madigan's gonna win. That's my prediction. Next, we have supporting actor. The nominees are Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another; Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein; Delroy Lindo, Sinners; Sean Penn, One Battle After Another; and Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. A lot of people are making this way harder than it needs to be, but it's Sean Penn. He's winning. He won both BAFTA and SAG. Jacob Elordi won Critics' Choice. Stellan Skarsgård won the Globe. And then Benicio del Toro won a lot of critics' prizes. But they're not going to win the Oscar. Stellan Skarsgård not winning BAFTA is so weak. A lot of people are trying to make an argument for Delroy Lindo pulling a Marcia Gay Harden and winning, despite no other precursor nominations. Like he wasn't even nominated anywhere else, so he couldn't have won anywhere else. He did give the speech on behalf of the Sinners Ensemble at SAG. Like every time Sinners has one ensemble, he's given the speech, and he did it at SAG, and he gave a great speech. Sean Penn hasn't been anywhere all season. He attended the Golden Globes. We'll see if he attends the Oscars. That's gonna be an interesting one. I don't know, because he he threatened to like smelt his Oscars one time. I think he gave Zelensky his Oscars, so he may not have the best relationship with the Academy. But like he may just show up because like if he's gonna go to the Golden Globes, like he may as well just go to the Oscars, and he's probably gonna win. So he'd get to give a speech, and then he could either just say thank you and walk off the stage, or he could ramble on for like 6+ minutes, or something. If he's there, like his speech is gonna be one of my most anticipated because I'm not sure how unhinged it's gonna be. But yeah, Sean Penn, he deserves it. Stellan's my favorite in the category, but Sean Penn's my number 2. He's amazing as Lockjaw. He's the baitiest in the category. Easily the most Oscar baity performance here. Again, I think Delroy Lindo winning would just be because they adore Sinners. And if he wins, like Sinners is just going to win Best Picture. You're not going to give Delroy Lindo the Oscar and then give One Battle Picture. Especially because Sean Penn is the most likely actor win for One Battle After Another. So One Battle is going to win an acting prize if it wins picture, and it's going to be Sean Penn. So yeah, he's going to win. I guess if there's a runner-up, I'd say it's Delroy Lindo, but maybe Stellan Skarsgård, but it's going to be Sean Penn, pretty obviously. These next 2 categories are going to be easy ones. Original screenplay first. The nominees are Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. It's Sinners. That's winning. Swept, it won Critics' Choice, WGA, BAFTA. A lot of people weren't even sure if it was going to win the BAFTA, but it pulled it off. Ryan Coogler is going to be an Oscar winner. He's guaranteed this win. We'll see if he gets other wins, but he's guaranteed at least this one. So, yeah, obviously going to be Sinners. Moving on to another obvious one, adapted screenplay. Excuse me. The nominees are Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. Again, this is another obvious one, One Battle After Another. Again, that won Critics' Choice, WGA, BAFTA, and it won the Golden Globe in just one screenplay category. I do think if there was one screenplay category, One Battle would win over Sinners, but yeah, One Battle is easily going to win adapted. Both screenplay categories are obvious. We can move on to our new category, Best Casting. The nominees are Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Secret Agent, and Sinners. I don't want to act like this category is easy because like this is literally the first year we're having it, so like we don't know any stats or anything. We don't know what they like to do in this category. We probably won't know for like until like 5 years in having this category, or 6. But I think like out of everything we've seen, Sinners makes the most sense to win casting. Francine Maisler is the most well-known casting director in this category. I'd say like the most respected, I guess. Sinners won casting at the Critics' Choice. It's been winning a ton of ensemble awards. I know it's not the same thing as casting, but it's been winning a lot of those. It won SAG ensemble. I did say whatever was going to win SAG ensemble was going to be my prediction to win, and Sinners won, so I think Sinners is going to win here. It has a huge ensemble cast, diverse actors, amazing ensemble. And I do have it. Again, we don't know if this is actually going to be a trend. It is a trend with BAFTAs, though, where the casting winner goes along with an acting win, and have Sinners winning an acting prize. So, yeah. I'd say One Battle is probably the runner-up, because, like, again, that and Sinners both have great discoveries. Miles Caton for Sinners and Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. I guess if they want to be like interesting, I guess they could go with Marty Supreme, because like they cast Tyler the Creator and Kevin O'Leary and Fran Drescher and Gwen Paltrow, and of course you have Timothy Chalamet and Odessa Zion. If they want to go like based on like what has the most interesting casting, I guess they could go with Marty Supreme, but I think that's number 3. I think One Battle is number 2. If they just really want to give that every award, I guess it would win, but I think Sinners just has the most going for it, so I'm going to go with Sinners. Next category is international. Yeah, I think it's international. Okay, so the nominees for Best International Feature are The Secret Agent from Brazil, It Was Just an Accident from France, Sentimental Value from Norway, Seurat from Spain, and The Voice of Hind Rajab from Tunisia. This category is interesting. Yeah, this one's very tough. Between Sentimental Value and The Secret Agent, like I have no clue where it's gonna go. Secret Agent won Critics' Choice, won the Golden Globe, won the Indie Spirit. I guess that's something. And then Sentimental Value won the BAFTA. Sentimental Value wasn't nominated at Critics' Choice, but we can pretty much assume that it would have won that category if it was nominated, obviously. But again, like that's just a hypothetical thing. We can only work with what we have, and Secret Agent won the Critics' Choice. The Golden Globe one is interesting because Sentimental Value, like I don't know why it lost that, but I do think the Golden Globes have a lot of Brazilian voters, so I guess that could have been the thing that pushed it over the edge. The thing is, Sentimental Value has the most going for it. It has the BAFTA win, and the Oscars liked it the most out of any awards bodies. Got all 4 actors nominated. It got an editing nomination. It got a director screenplay nomination. Secret Agent only has 4 nominations, so it's clear like which one the Academy likes more. So I think like just with that info, I'm gonna go with Sentimental Value. I do really think The Secret Agent can upset though. Like it wouldn't surprise me if it did. But Sentimental Value just has the most going for it, and if I predicted The Secret Agent and then Sentimental Value won, I'd feel really dumb. So I'm going to go with Sentimental Value and hope I'm right. Next category is Documentary Feature. This one's not easy. The nominees are The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor. The Perfect Neighbor won Critics' Choice, it won the Indie Spirit, it won the Eddie Award for Documentary. Mr. Nobody Against Putin won BAFTA. And then PGA and DGA went rogue and went with non-Oscar nominees. PGA went with My Mom Jane, and then DGA went with 2,000 Meters to Anjivka. Mr. Nobody Against Putin having the one industry win for BAFTA could be something. It is about a very important topic. I watched it. It's really good. I think I like The Perfect Neighbor more because I think it hit a little more emotionally. I thought it was more made in a more creatively made, like with the whole body cam footage. But like Mr. Nobody Against Putin is very good. It's about both of these documentaries are about very important subject matters, and it just depends on which one was more important to the Academy. I do think The Perfect Neighbor is helped by having huge visibility due to it being on Netflix, even though like it hasn't won any of the industry prizes, which I think is concerning. Like the BAFTAs, initially I brushed off the BAFTA loss as like because it's a more American documentary, they want the more worldwide one. But like Summer of Soul still won at the BAFTAs, and they gave it to the Superman Christopher Reeve doc last year. So they're not like immune. It's not like they hate American documentaries there. The PGA win. I don't know what excuse. The PGA lost. I don't know what excuse Perfect Neighbor has for losing that. But the thing is, like, I don't think Mr. Nobody Against Putin's such a strong runner-up because the BAFTA one's literally the only thing it has all season. Like, it actually hasn't won a single other prize. Meanwhile, the Perfect Neighbor has a ton of critics wins, won Critics' Choice, won the Indie Spirit. It has the most visibility behind it. The director, Gita Gambhir, is also nominated in the documentary short category for The Devil is Busy. I wonder if that could be something. So I'm just gonna stick with The Perfect Neighbor. I do think Mr. Nobody Gets Putin can win. But I just like don't have too much of a reason to bet against the frontrunner here. My sentiment was that Perfect Neighbor's biggest nomination, but now that it has the nomination, like I feel like it can just win, even though it's had a little bit of a rocky road. So I'm gonna say The Perfect Neighbor, but it could go other directions. It doesn't have to be The Perfect Neighbor. I think Putin's the only other one with a shot though, but I'm gonna stick with The Perfect Neighbor. And then we have Best Animated Feature. This one's gonna be a breeze. The nominees are Arco, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. K-Pop Demon Hunters is winning. Won the Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, the Annie. It won the PGA. Like it's over. It's winning. Arco won the Annie Independent category, but it wasn't even competing with like anything. None of these other movies were there. Yeah. Zootopia 2 won the BAFTA, but that's because K-Pop Demon Hunters wasn't eligible. So that one doesn't mean much. It's gonna be K-Pop Demon Hunters for sure. Moving on to cinematography. The nominees are Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. This category has been a little bit interesting. Train Dreams won Critics' Choice, but then all the industry awards just went with One Battle After Another. BAFTA, BSC, ASC, they all went with One Battle. You don't win those three and lose. So I think one battle is going to win. I do think, again, if Sinners wins picture, like, it can win cinematography, like, kind of as, like, a big, like, a surprise, like, the thing about Sinners is that I don't think it wins Best Picture and just wins the bare minimum, like, actor, screenplay, score, casting. I think Wunmi Mosaku wins first of all, and I think it's going to pick up some surprise wins. I'm thinking cinematography and director are going to be the surprises. But again, like, the One Battle has just been so dominant in cinematography. I don't know why Sinners hasn't been winning stuff. It won a lot of critics' prizes, but it hasn't won a single big prize. I still think that's the runner-up, though, over Train Dreams. Train Dreams only has Critics' Choice, and Critics' Choice actually hasn't been too accurate. So yeah, I'm gonna go with One Battle After Another. It seems pretty safe, but I guess the runner-up is Sinners. Autumn Durrell Dark Kapoor would be the first woman to ever win this category. It'd be a big moment. Be a shame if Sinners won Best Picture and Autumn Durrell Dark Kapoor and Ryan Coogler couldn't make history in cinematography and director, respectively. That'd be kind of unfortunate, but yeah, I think One Battle is going to win. Our next category is editing. No brainer here. The nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. One Battle After Another is winning. That won the Eddie Award for comedy, and it won BAFTA. Even though BAFTA loves the racing movies, they didn't even give it to F1. F1 only has the Critics' Choice win, so they're just weird. The ACE Drama Award went to Sinners, so I guess that's the runner-up. Yeah, so they just want to give that every single Oscar. Like, no. I think it's going to be One Battle After Another. I think One Battle is going to win. Even if Sinners, like, won Best Picture, it's still win editing. One Battle. Like, the pacing is just so amazing in that movie. It's a 2-hour, 40-minute movie that flies by. Everyone can agree that the editing is just phenomenal. So, yeah, One Battle is going to win. Editing. So many of these texts are, like, super obvious. Like, so many of them are just so straightforward that we're going to breeze through a lot of them. Can't wait for your prediction video. But But yeah, we're gonna move on to another obvious tech production design. The nominees are Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. Frankenstein's winning. That's won everywhere. The won Art Directors Guild for Period. It won BAFTA. It won Critics' Choice. One Battle won the Art Directors for Contemporary, but it didn't have to go with any of these. Frankenstein's just going to win. Easy peasy. I don't think Sinners is going to upset in any of these three design categories. I just don't really think so. We're moving on. It's going to be Frankenstein for sure. Costumes. The nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. Frankenstein's winning this. Easy peasy. Won Costumes Guild. Won BAFTA. Costumes Guild for a period. Won BAFTA. I guess Sinners is the runner-up because Ruthie Carter is there. She won for the Black Panther films. But the work in those two films were way more showy. I mean, Sinners has amazing costumes, but like the work in Frankenstein is the showiest of the category. And it's swept, so it's gonna win that. Easy peasy. And then we probably have the biggest lock for this film, makeup and hairstyling. The nominees are Frankenstein, Kokubo, Sinners, Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister. It's Frankenstein. It won the biggest award at the Makeup Guild. It won Critics' Choice. It won BAFTA. It's probably the biggest lock for Frankenstein. It's going to win all of the design categories. Production design, costumes, makeup. We can sew all of those up. Our next one's another easy one. Best visual effects. So many of these texts are just so straightforward. The nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. Avatar, Fire and Ash is going to win. The one Critics' Choice, VES, and the BAFTA. Sinners won the supporting visual effects award at VES, but that doesn't mean anything. It's going to be Avatar. No Best Picture nominee be damned. No Best Picture nomination be damned because it's going to win. Those movies are the dictionary definition of visual effects, and the visual effects in all of them are amazing, so it's going to win. Easy peasy. Next we move on to Best Sound, which I think is easy, but I guess there's room for an upset here. The nominees are F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Seurat. F1 won Critics' Choice, BAFTA, and Cinema Audio Society. And then Frankenstein won the biggest award at the Motion Picture Sound Editors. And Sinners won a few awards there, but like not big enough for me to think it's winning. I do think it is number 2, like in case they want to throw it a bone. But it'll be F1. I think F1's going to win. Won the BAFTA, Cinema Audio Society, Critics' Choice. It has the most sound. It's made the most sense all year. So I think F1 will take this one, obviously. I don't think Frankenstein's going to win here. I think Sinners is probably the runner-up. Yeah, Ruthie Carter, she won for both Black Panther movies, but those were way more insane in the costumes department. Sinners has amazing costumes, but Frankenstein has the showiest. They like to go with the showiest a lot in the costume category. But yeah, I think F1's going to win sound. We can move on to score. Yes, I think score's next. This one's going to be cakewalk. That's the word I was looking for. The nominees are Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. Sinners is winning. Vigo Mortensen swept all season. Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, BAFTA, every single prize he's won. He's going to win his 3rd Academy Award after winning for Black Panther and Oppenheimer. He's going to win again for Sinners. Yeah, obviously going to happen. No brainer here. We can move on to our other music category for Best Original Song. The nominees for Best Original Song are Dear Me from Diane Warren Relentless, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, I Lied to You from Sinners, Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi, and Train Dreams from Train Dreams. I think Golden's got this. Won Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, got a Song of the Year nomination at the Grammys. They performed it at the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade and the BAFTAs. It was like arguably the most popular song from last year. It's gonna win. I do think I Lied to You is the runner-up. Yeah, Ludwig probably the next Hans Zimmer. I do think I Lied to You is the runner-up because I guess if they just love Sinners so much and they think like K-pop Demon Hunters too kiddie, like get that childish crap away from me. The song is annoying. It's been played too much. I guess they could go with I Lied to You. I do like I Lied to You more than Golden. I do like Golden, but I Lied to You is my favorite for sure. And it's a part of my favorite movie scene from last year. So, but again, you can't bet against something that has both Critics' Choice and Golden Globe. That combo barely loses. So, I think Golden's gonna win, and K-pop Demon Hunters is gonna get another Oscar. So that's it for like the big ones. Now we gotta move on to the shorts. This is my first time doing these, and my first winner prediction video back in February. I didn't do those shorts, but we're gonna be taking a crack at them this time. I don't do too great on them. I usually get like one short a year. I've never gotten 0 shorts though. Sometimes I'll get all 3. I think once I got 2. I hope to get at least 2. But the reality is I'll probably get 1. But we're gonna start with documentary short. The nominees are All the Empty Rooms, Armed Only with a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud, Children No More, War and Gone, The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly Strangeness. I think this one's either going to be All the Empty Rooms or Armed Only with a Camera. Armed Only with a Camera is about a journalist, war journalist, very important subject matter. But like All the Empty Rooms is about like school shootings. It's on Netflix, so it has visibility, probably the most visibility. And from what I hear, it's like the most like broadly appealing one. So I'm gonna say All the Empty Rooms is gonna win. Locking that in for All the Empty Rooms and documentary short. Next short category is gonna be animated short. The nominees are Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, or The Three Sisters. I think anything but The Three Sisters can win. I'm gonna say no to Retirement Plan. I'm gonna say, here's the thing: they usually like to go with animated shorts that are usually in English or no dialogue. They don't really like to go for stop motion, so I think that eliminates The Girl Who Cried Pearls. Butterfly is the only non-English one in the lineup. But again, like even though I said like they don't like to go with non-English shorts, this one's about like World War II, and it's very well liked. Like from what I hear, it's very good. So I think that important subject matter could push it to win the Oscar. I'd say the runner-up's probably Forever Green. It's not animals. It's in English, I think. I think there's like a religious commentary in there, and I'd say that's probably the runner-up. But I'm gonna say Butterfly is gonna win. I'd probably say Butterfly, then Forever Green, then The Girl Who Cried Pearls, then Retirement Plan. And then the last one's live action short. This one's the hardest short for me, actually. The nominees are Butcher Stain, A Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, The Singers, and Two People Exchanging Saliva. A Friend of Dorothy's #1 on Gold Derby, and then Two People Exchanging Saliva is #1 on Award Expert. The Singers is on Netflix, and I think they're actually making a feature film of that, which I heard about. I guess if Netflix is just a powerhouse, that could win. But I do think that is #3 too. Two People Exchanging Saliva, and Friend of Dorothy. I already have Netflix winning a short category already with All the Empty Rooms and documentary short. Two People Exchanging Saliva, I hear is very great. I hear it's the most complete out of all of them. There's some recognized. I think Vicky Krieps is like the narrator in it, and there are some stars from Holy Spider in it. I guess that could win. A Friend of Dorothy seems to be the most broadly appealing, though, to older Academy members. I think both of these actually have like LGBTQ themes in them as well, so that could be something. Friend of Dorothy just seems to like fit what they like to go with a lot. Like I'm going with like crowd pleasing ones, I guess. While Two People Exchanging Saliva seems to be a little bit more artsy. Like I guess the more artsy folk at the Academy are going to want to vote for that one, but the ones that are like A little more of like the entertaining, like crowd pleaser type. Maybe the older Academy members would like to go with A Friend of Dorothy. So I do think I am gonna go with that one. I am gonna go 3 out of 3 with Gold Derby because they also have Butterfly in all the empty rooms, and I hope I get 2 of these. I don't really need to get 3. I mean, I'd love to get 3, but I'm hoping for 2. I usually get 1 though. I hope I don't get 0. I've never gotten 0 though, so hopefully that doesn't change. I'm gonna go with A Friend of Dorothy. So to sum it all up, I have one battle after another, winning 6 Academy Awards. I have that leading the pack with picture, director, supporting actor, adapted screenplay, cinematography, and editing. I have Sinners coming in second with 4 wins. Best actor for Michael B. Jordan, original screenplay, casting, and score. I have Frankenstein coming in third with 3 wins. Production design, costumes, and makeup. Then I have K-pop Demon Hunters winning 2 for animated feature and original song for Golden. And then I have Hamnet, Weapons, F1, Avatar: Fire and Ash, Perfect Neighbor, Sentimental Value, and all the 3 shorts, All the Empty Rooms, Butterfly, and Friend of Dorothy winning 1 Oscar each. Of all those winning 1. Best Picture nominees I'm predicting to win 0 Oscars are Begonia, Marty Supreme, The Secret Agent, Train Dreams. I think those are the only 4 I actually have. Going Home with the Goose Egg. I do have Sentimental Value winning international. One of the international is going to go home empty-handed. I hope it's not Sentimental Value. I love that movie, but if that loses international, The Secret Agent, that's probably just going to win nothing. No, I think Sinners, if that's gonna win Best Picture, it could win more than 4. But I do think if as long as one battle just does well, the hint for me that Sinners is gonna win Best Picture is if it steals a few of one battle's prizes, be it cinematography or director, or hell, even supporting actor. Like, I don't think Lindo's gonna win, but like, if it won anything that one battle's supposed to win, I'll be like, oh god, is that gonna win Best Picture? If Wumi Misaka wins as well, I feel like that'd be a sign of strength. But again, I think one battle is going to win Best Picture. Anyway, we'll see if you're right. We'll see. If it wins, I'd love for it to win. That's my favorite in the category. One battle is number 2, but Sinners is number 1. But yeah, both of these movies are amazing, and I think both of them would be amazing Best Picture winners. If that wins 11 Oscars, that'd be crazy. If Sinners wins 11, that'd be insane. But Sean Penn has BAFTA and SAG. I just don't think you can lose with those 2. But I guess Lindo is the runner-up, I'd say. But yeah, I think we're gonna have an interesting Oscars this year. We'll see if everything just goes according to plan, or if everything is just oh my god, we just have too many surprises. Again, we'll just have to see. But again, I have one battle being the big winner with. Never mind. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else we should talk about? Are we gonna have a hugely unpredictable Oscars, or is it gonna be okay, yeah, this happened. My goal is to get 18 right, which would mean getting 6 wrong. I'd love to obviously get more than that, obviously, but that's the minimum I want to get is 18 correct. So yeah, this was fun. We'll see if one battle or Sinners goes home with a big prize on Sunday. And yeah. Oh, you forgot one prize. Michael B. Jordan. He's gonna win. Well, we don't know if he's gonna win, but if it's winning Best Picture, then obviously he's winning. But yeah, we're gonna have to see if one battle wins or Sinners. I think one battle is gonna be our big winner. I have that winning 6 Academy Awards. Sinners with 4, Frankenstein with 3, K-pop with 2, and then everything else with 1 or 0. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow for my Oscar winner reactions. That won't be a live stream; it'll just be a video, and I'll post it. either very late tomorrow night or early Monday morning. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.